Your grandmother, your great-grandmother actually could work with a black man with more trauma.
Because they understood that the black woman and the black man are on the same side. Now that we're all free and independent and we could do whatever we want to, why would we seek to, be one with the black man?
What is up, everyone? I am back once again with another reaction to some Kevin Samuels content. This man, God rest his soul, put out some amazing, life-changing stuff while he was alive. And I don't want to take up too much time, but just remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that. Share your thoughts in the comments. I definitely want to know what you guys think about what some of these people have to say and what Kevin himself has to say, because no one's perfect and everyone has differences and opinions. So remember to do all those things, and yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
What's your disagreement?
My disagreement is just basically about the fact that black women shouldn't have to feel obligated to smile to black men. We're holding a lot of trauma. We're holding a lot of problems, mental health issues.
Hold on. How old are you?
24.
I'm gonna say this one more time. I need you to pay attention. I need all black women to pay attention. The world does not owe you understanding or me understanding. If you have all this trauma, go seek professional help, because the rest of us do not have to suffer you.
Okay, it's easy to tell black women and black people in the black community to get help.
Whose responsibility is it to get the help they need?
But it's not available readily to our community.
That is bullshit.
With the wealth gap growing, how many people
whose
can
responsibility is it to get the mental health they need? Who?
It is ultimately the responsibility of us to get the mental health that we need. But I'm letting you know that we are very underserved.
You can't make this stuff up. So you say we're underserved. You got to tell me that the therapists that already exist are overloaded. We don't go get help, ma'am. You just had a therapist on here before. I talked to psychiatrists, and first of all, understand who you're talking to. I know hundreds of, anyway. What do black people tend to deal with? How do black women tend to deal with their mental health issues? With a licensed clinician or with Jesus?
That is what's pushed to us since
from
the age that we are little.
No, ma'am. I asked who. Let's see. I asked who they see. We're not gonna play. I'm not gonna play the lily pad game.
This right here is so true. It hurts how true it is, because in my own family, I've seen plenty of my black family members who have some serious mental problems. I'm just gonna call it what it is, and they will go to the church and pray and do everything under the sun, which that's fine, that's cool, but you do probably need to see an actual clinician. And we have a big issue with that in the black community, where every other race pretty much is mostly cool going to the doctor, minus a few here or there, but most of the time they're fine with it, and they do support it to a degree. But with black people, we don't want to do it. It's like the thought of going to a real doctor to solve a real problem is this monumental feat that just can't be overcome. And I don't understand it, because all it does is perpetuate this life cycle of passing on the trauma. Basically, it's just passing on the torch over and over again. But anyways, I'll let Kevin give his thoughts some more. I don't want to interject too much.
Go to a clinician, or did they go to the church?
The church most often.
All right, and these are educated. Most of these women are educated, and they've heard about therapy. They make the choice not to go. No different than, I'm gonna switch it up. No different than women understand and hear that being 200 pounds at 5 foot tall is unhealthy. But yet 80% of our women are overweight, and 80% of that is obese. They know the truth. They choose to do something else.
The narrative pushed to us most often is that a guy wants a woman with a big ass. He wants, a thick lady.
Accountability is kryptonite to modern women. Ma'am, you say the traumas. if I accept them, then you got to do something about them. Because what about the traumas that the black man has to deal with? But we still have to get out here and be functioning people in society, contributing. You don't get to walk around and say, have a special victim status.
I'm not saying we should have a special victim status, but our circumstance is different. We are women. We are less.
You're 24 years old. Is your circumstance harder or easier than your grandmother and your great grandmother?
Exponentially easier. We have access to information we didn't have.
Exponentially easier, but you're handling it worse. Your grandmother, your great grandmother actually could work with a black man with more trauma.
Because they understood that the black woman and the black man are on the same side. Now that we're all free and independent and we could do whatever we want to, why would we seek to, be one with the black man? We even think that being...
Thank you. Clip it, slice it, put it on World Star. She said it, not me. Now that you're independent, you don't need to be with... There you go. There you go. And there you go, black man. There it is. She's finally got one to say it.
Build businesses with us.
Your grandmothers and your great grandmothers had more trauma and more stress and did it better. They have exponentially less and they're handling it worse. But it's because they're free and can do what the hell they want to. They'll need to be with you. So you don't need to feel any guilt for taking care of you, for putting yourself first and making your passion, your purpose, your priority. You don't need to feel guilty because this 24-year-old woman just said it. They don't feel any guilt about it. Thank you. So don't ask black men to care about your traumas when you can't even smile at them.
And that's going to be all for today, everyone. I'm glad to have you guys watching this stuff with me because Kevin's information is still useful even today. And I firmly believe it'll be useful basically for the rest of time because this is how humans operate at kind of a base level. I mean, really, this video shows that ultimately our situation is much easier than our grandparents. I mean, especially in the black community, like there's all this trauma. I mean, our grandparents were living during times of like genuine, real, actual racism, where they're being called, actual slurs on a daily basis and not able to get employment because of their skin color and so on. But now we have so many things in place in society that make it much easier for us to progress. And somehow we're doing worse than they did. And we have less trauma, less issues, easier access to jobs, easier access to cash flow because you can really do anything, especially online. I mean, you can get paid for literally anything. There's a coach for something out there, always. And yet we struggle with this ability to unite as a race and come together and be, socially and economically, competitive with the other ones. Because now we're a bit of a laughingstock. It's like, oh, you see a black guy in jail. Oh, what a surprise. Oh, you see, a woman with a child, but the dad's nowhere to be found. Oh, what a surprise. And, we're the butt of the jokes on these. And a lot of it is because we just don't want to unify for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, but at least in America, we just can't seem to come together. And we can't seem to come together on a common anything. There's always debate. There's always, people jabbering at each other. There's people fighting each other. It's constantly tearing itself apart from the inside out. So we can't really focus on things that will actually, help us push forward. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I sure did. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things that the algorithm likes. And I'll catch you on the next one.